My dear brothers and sisters, today something happened that shook my heart in ways I did not expect. A moment so pure, so innocent, that it reminded me why I fight, why I speak, and why I stand before you today. I was speaking to a gathering like this, and suddenly a little girl, maybe 8 years old, stood up, holding a small notebook in her hand. She looked at me with eyes that carried no fear, no hate, only innocence and truth. And she asked me, with a voice as soft as the wind, a question so profound that for a moment I was silent. She said to me, "President Traore, who is Jesus to you?" And my brothers and sisters, when that question reached my ears, the world seemed to pause. Time itself slowed. The air grew heavy, like the weight of her words had stolen the wind from the room. I could no longer hear the hum of the microphones, the shuffling of papers, the restless murmur of the audience. The cameras, they stopped flashing, as if the lenses themselves were stunned. The whispers, those endless whispers that follow a leader everywhere, fell silent like raindrops frozen in midair. Every sound faded, every noise disappeared. It was as if the earth had stopped spinning just for that one voice, that small, innocent voice. Her question did not just enter my ears, it pierced my soul. It shook the foundations of my heart, and in that silence I could hear it. Not the applause, not the speeches, not the noise of this world, but the echo of her words, ringing like a bell inside me. Who is Jesus to you? Do you understand the weight of that, my brothers and sisters? In a world where people ask for power, for money, for favors, for promises, this little girl did not ask for anything but truth. She did not ask about politics. She did not ask about war. She asked me about the essence of my soul. She asked me about love, about faith, about eternity. And in that moment, I saw her standing there, tiny, fragile, yet holding the strength of 1,000 storms in her eyes. Her fingers clutched that little notebook, her knuckles white with nervousness, and yet her voice, steady, fearless, pure. The kind of purity this world tries to kill every day. I looked at her and I saw more than a child. I saw hope. I saw the reason we fight. I saw the reason we resist. Because what is leadership if not for children like her? What is freedom if not for souls like hers to grow without fear, without lies, without chains? That question was not just a question. It was a mirror. It forced me to look inside myself, beyond titles, beyond speeches, beyond the weight of a nation on my shoulders. It stripped away the uniform, the medals, the power, and it asked, who are you when the lights go out? Who are you when no one is watching? And my brothers and sisters, I tell you, for the first time in a long time, I felt small, not because I was weak, but because I stood in the presence of truth. Who is Jesus to me? That question, my brothers and sisters, is not a question for the lips. It is a question for the soul. It is not answered by intellect, by debate, by politics. It is answered by the heart and by the scars it carries. Who is Jesus to a man who has seen war and peace, to a man who has seen villages burned to ashes, children crying where laughter should have been, mothers digging graves for sons who never reach manhood? Who is Jesus to a man who has seen rivers of blood flow, not because of nature's fury, but because of man's greed? When you have stood where I have stood, when you have seen bodies without names, when you have smelled the smoke of lives turned to dust, you begin to ask yourself, what is hope? What is light? What is meaning? And then you hear his name, Jesus. A name that carries no sword, yet breaks chains. A name that does not roar like thunder, yet calms storms. A name that whispers in the chaos, peace, be still. Who is Jesus to a man who has seen betrayal and loyalty? My brothers and sisters, in leadership, you learn something quickly. Betrayal is not a stranger, it is a shadow. The closer you walk to the Son of Power, the longer the shadow grows. I have seen men I called brothers sell their honor for gold. I have seen friends trade trust for titles, and in those moments you wonder, is loyalty a myth? Is love just a word? But then I remember Jesus, how he chose 12, how he walked with them, taught them, loved them, and yet one kissed him for silver. One denied him 3 times before the rooster crowed, and still, Jesus did not curse them. He did not raise armies to destroy them. He forgave. He washed their feet before they betrayed him. Do you understand what kind of love that is? Who among us can love like that? I cannot, but Jesus did. And so, who is Jesus to me? He is proof that love is stronger than betrayal. He is proof that mercy is stronger than judgment. He is proof that even when men fail you, God does not. What is Jesus to a man who has seen death and life? I have held the hands of men as their last breath left their bodies. I have buried soldiers who died believing they fought for a better tomorrow. I have stood at graves so fresh the earth was still bleeding, and every time death whispers the same lie. This is the end. But Jesus broke that lie. Jesus stood before a tomb and said, "Lazarus, come forth." Jesus himself tasted death and then shattered its teeth. And that, my brothers and sisters, is not just a story. That is a promise that death does not have the final word, a promise that the grave is not the end of the road, but the beginning of eternity. Who is Jesus to a continent struggling to stand? Africa, my mother, my land of kings and queens, turned into a land of beggars by those who bled her dry, a land rich in soil, rich in culture, rich in spirit, yet poor because others stole her wealth and chained her children. Who is Jesus to Africa? He is hope when the world calls us hopeless. He is dignity when they strip us of pride. He is freedom when they call us slaves. Because Jesus was not born in a palace, he was born in a stable. He was not wrapped in silk, but in swaddling cloth. He did not dine with the mighty. He walked with fishermen, with the poor, with the outcasts. That means something to us. That means our worth is not measured by gold, not by crowns, not by thrones, but by love. That means the last can become first, the forgotten can become chosen, the oppressed can rise. And what is Jesus to a world drowning in greed? Look around you. Nations fight not for peace, but for profit. Corporations feed on hunger like vultures on corpses. They destroy forests for wealth. They poison rivers for gain. They trade human lives like commodities on a market. This world worships money as if it were God. And yet Jesus said, "What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?" My brothers and sisters, we have gained technology but lost humanity. We have gained luxury but lost simplicity. We have gained weapons but lost peace. And in this desert of greed, Jesus is the oasis. Jesus is the voice saying, "Life is more than what you own. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are the merciful. Blessed are the peacemakers." His words cut through the noise like a sword of truth. And what is Jesus to a humanity desperate for hope? He is not just hope, he is the source of it. Because hope built on men will fail. Hope built on systems will collapse. But hope built on love, on truth, on sacrifice, that hope never dies. That is why 2,000 years later, tyrants have fallen, empires have crumbled, ideologies have burned to ashes. But the name of Jesus still lives. Why? Because his kingdom was not built on fear, but on love. And love cannot be killed. My brothers and sisters, who is Jesus to me? He is the question that humbles me. He is the answer that strengthens me. He is the compass that keeps me from losing myself in the wilderness of power. He is the voice that whispers, when the world tempts me with crowns, what does it profit you if you lose your soul? He is the mirror that shows me that greatness is not in ruling over others, but in serving them. And so when you ask me, who is Jesus? I tell you this, he is the friend who stays when the world walks away. He is the king who wears no crown of gold, yet commands the loyalty of hearts across centuries. He is the shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one lost sheep. He is the truth that cannot be bribed, the light that darkness cannot extinguish, the love that hate cannot kill. That, my brothers and sisters, is Jesus to me. And I pray one day he will be that to you too. I looked into that little girl's eyes, and I saw something rare in this world. I saw a thirst for truth. I saw a longing for love. And I knew that my answer could not be political. It could not be diplomatic. It had to be human.